It'll depend where you live in the UK and the weather patterns over the year. But let's take a look at a rough guide of what's going on in the woods around you throughout the seasons. You might think that winter is a pretty quiet time, but if you're a squirrel, January is the start of the breeding season. The squirrels chase round and round the trees with several males chasing one female before they mate. Contrary to popular belief, neither reds or greys hibernate. For both red and grey squirrels, the cold, damp weather does not stop the all-important job of reproducing the species, and mating chases can be seen from January until late summer. The only woodland mammals that hibernate in the UK are hedgehogs, bats and dormice. They should be fast asleep during the early months of the year, although a warm day may find the animal awakened for a bite to eat before returning to their slumber. Birds will be grubbing about in the leaf litter and trees looking for insects that have hidden themselves away for the winter, or perhaps an ivy berry will provide a snack. Most plants are resting, but snowdrops are stirring and may be seen in bloom during January. Also daffodils and primroses may flower in March before the warmer days of spring. Then, with the warmer weather in spring, the insects will start to stir. In anticipation of a more abundant feast of insects, birds will be nest building and laying eggs. So watch for birds with mouthfuls of nesting material, and then carrying grubs, worms or other insects to the nest to feed the babies. When this happens will depend on the weather and differs slightly from year to year. Young squirrels, called kittens, will be born and later leave the nest with their mother, who raises the babies alone. At around 12 weeks old, they leave to look for a home of their own. If you see a small, bewildered squirrel, it's probably a youngster that has just left home. Bluebells, wood anemones, celandine, stitchwort, and ransoms are plants to watch out for. Butterflies increase and can be spotted along sunny rides. The edge of glades and sunny rides are also a favourite place for adders, who will be basking in the sun. Slowworms, which are actually legless lizards, will be hiding under old carpet, wood or anything warm that will also attract their food, which is mainly slugs and worms. Then in summer, seeds and pine cones are ready and provide a welcome food for squirrels and birds. During August, the hazelnuts ripen, and mice, birds and squirrels will be busy taking advantage of this food source as well. So look for tall fir trees and hazel coppice. Nibbled fir cones and hazelnuts left by the squirrels and mice can be found beneath fir trees and hazel. The animals that eat hazelnuts will open them in their own distinct way. Pick up as many shells as you can from August onwards and see if you can identify which animal has eaten them. A squirrel notches the top of the nut and splits it in half. A dormouse makes a neat round hole, leaving tooth marks on the outer edge. Bank voles take the top of the nut off, leaving tooth marks on the cut edge. And wood mice make a ragged hole and leave tooth marks and scratch marks. In autumn, the squirrels stop breeding and concentrate on stocking their larder for the winter. So watch out for squirrels burying nuts. They need to cache as much food as they can to see them through the winter. They also need to fatten up. Red squirrels put on 10% of their body weight, and grey squirrels put on 20%, giving them a competitive edge in a harsh winter. The fruiting body of fungi will be visible above the ground. Birds will be looking for insects that have hidden themselves away for the winter and taking advantage of the autumn seed crop. Spider webs are more numerous. Blackberries and other fruits and seeds are abundant. See how many others that we've already mentioned you can find. We've only just given you a glimpse of what woodland has to offer, but I hope your curiosity is sufficiently aroused to go and find out more for yourself. Ask your teacher for advice, or there's information on the internet or at your local library. Anyway, I'm off to go and find out what's happening in my wood. Bye.